Well, American businessman Lee Iacocca once said, "In times of great stress or adversity, it's always best to keep busy, to plow your anger and your positive energy into something positive." Our next story is the epitome of that. You're about to meet a man who overcame adversity by turning a tragic event in his life into a way to help others. As Carolina Impact's Sheila Saints reports, Charlotte has a new competitive sport in town, thanks to him.
It's Saturday, and these athletes take to the ice practicing sled hockey. But something sets them apart. They each have a disability or physical limitation.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
I have what's called transverse myelitis, and it's an autoimmune injury. Yeah, I know I'm in a wheelchair, but I don't see that I'm in a wheelchair. When it comes to a sport, it's, especially when you get into the sled, as soon as you get in the sled, you're an athlete, that's it.
I love doing this.
Jereme Gilbert played sled hockey in Dallas, Texas. When he moved back to Charlotte, he joined the nearest club in Raleigh, but it was a long drive. He thought, why isn't there a program in Charlotte? So he started one. He formed a nonprofit, Queen City Adaptive Recreation, and the Queen City Sled Hockey Club is the first initiative.
With disability, I think a lot of people feel a little bit outside of the community that they used to be part of. With hockey, what we're trying to do is we're trying to build a community of people where you can go out and you can experience the same thing together, and we're going to help you minimize those obstacles to get there. So we're going to provide you equipment, transportation, funding if you need it. One of the really great things about sled hockey is anybody can play.
He received a Labatt USA Pass It Forward grant to purchase and maintain equipment, including youth equipment, and to rent ice time. Each sled cost $600. Jereme has been a lifelong athlete. While living in Dallas, he went mountain biking one day, like he had so many other times.
Thought I would get a quick ride in before I went out with some friends that night. I remember loading my bike up on the car, and next thing I knew, I woke up in the hospital about 8 hours later. So
he sustained a spinal injury and lost the use of his legs.
Yeah, it's quick how things change. I lived it. I was very active prior to the injury, and that made a huge difference in my recovery.
Jereme organizes the Sled Hockey Club with the help of his parents and others.
I had 4 bolts a second ago.
His skills as a mechanical engineer come in handy.
It's just amazing what he's accomplished, what he does, and the sincerity that he communicates to other people. I know it's a struggle, but it doesn't ever come across that way. He just enjoys life.
After the accident, he said, "There's a reason for it. I have a feeling that I'm here to do something more important." And I think he's found his calling.
The rules for sled hockey and regular hockey are almost identical. The big difference is you use 2 sticks instead of 1, and when you first learn, it's all about balance.
Because without balance, you can't move, you can't turn, you can't pass. The first time I was on the ice with Jereme, I was on the ice for 2 hours, and I lost count. I think I fell over 50 times.
It's coming. Nice.
It's an awesome feeling just for him to have the ability to play all the different sports, whether it's adaptive or able-bodied. So it's really cool.
One of the most common analogies that I hear is that it's like flying.
When they get out onto the ice, they have the freedom that they don't experience in an everyday life. You put up with an awful lot of things when you're in a chair and you can't do everything everybody else can, but when you can come out here and be equal on the ice and enjoy it, it's back to where they were.
It was just a way of me getting back into a sport and being athletic. I've got more drive now. Even though you can't get up and run and walk, doesn't mean you can't do a sport.
The first time he got on the ice, I could see it in his eyes. I mean, he lit up, and I was like, I know that feeling. I found hockey at a low point in my life following my accident, and it made a huge difference.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
If I could have that effect on one other person, anything I do with this organization would be worth it. My accident would be worth it. And I think I've done that. About 20.
And Jereme has found his own sense of purpose, participating in sled hockey tournaments and getting back on a mountain bike. For Carolina Impact, I'm Sheila Saints reporting.
Thanks so much, Sheila. Queen City Sled Hockey is open to everyone, and they're always looking for new players. You can contact them through their Facebook page, and we've got a link with this story on our Carolina Impact page at pbscharlotte.org.